name is Billy Eline. I'm a product manager over here at EngagedMD, and I just want to take a moment to take you through our various product offerings and some of the value we provide to the clinics that we work with. So right now I am logged into the patient application, and the entire goal of the patient application is to really drive patient compliance. We want to ensure that patients are as educated as possible when it comes to the treatment they're trying to receive, but that also they can take care of any sort of administrative work that's needed so that when they do show up at a clinic, they can hit the ground running and really spend that precious time with their doctors on what matters most. So to achieve that compliance, we do it through various task types. And these task types can be assigned to a patient that creates a sort of to-do list for them in order for them to follow along and understand kind of where they are at in their treatment. And those various task types that we have are around learn and sign, which are existing product offerings that you all know and love. And then we also have two new task types around actions and questionnaires that are part of our Navigate product line. And I'll give you a bit more detail about each of these right now. So first and foremost, we have our learn task type. Now, learn is all about educating a patient as much as possible so that when they do show up at a clinic, they can kind of get around any of the kind of basic questions around their treatment and start getting into the specifics with their doctors. So this is video content that takes confusing topics and breaks them down in easy to understand ways. That's also paired with knowledge-based checks to ensure that the patient is actually retaining the information that they're looking at, and then also gives the clinic any sort of insight into what questions they were struggling with and what other follow-ups they might need to have once a person is there. But ultimately, it's meant to just give a patient a well-rounded foundation of education before actually showing up at a clinic. Next, we have sign. Sign is all around the various forms that need to be completed in order to administer care. So this is all done digitally, and it really just gives both the clinic and the patient one system of record about what forms need to be signed, who needs to be signing for what, and ultimately just make sure that everyone is staying on task to make sure that everyone is signing what needs to be signed. And then we have our final two task types that are around our Navigate product line, actions and questionnaires. Actions are fully customizable task types that can really be whatever a clinic wants them to be in order to administer the care that a patient needs. So this can be something as specific as scheduling a diagnostic blood work. It could be something like reminders to take medication, really whatever a clinic needs in order to really take a patient fully through their treatment journey and guide them each step of the way. And also it enables clinics to see where the patient is in their treatment journey and understand if they have to remind them about certain things or if they didn't follow up on a certain step, and it keeps everyone up to date about where each party is. And then we have questionnaires, and questionnaires are a way to collect additional information from a patient, whether it be multiple choice or a free form question that you can assign, and really just gives a clinic more capability to gather extra information that might be needed for them to change their care, alter whether plans they might have, and ultimately just kind of stay up to date where their patient is. So yeah, those are some of the product offerings we have for our patient application.